So guys, hi. The previous video I have made, you must have watched the video. Some of my friends have been complaining about not being able to download complete Kali Linux and install it because of issues like storage or maybe RAM and all. Because Kali Linux needs a minimum storage of 20 GB and a minimum RAM of 1 GB. So right now we're going to talk about a new operating system which is Parrot operating system. Don't worry, if you learn Parrot operating system, you're actually going to learn Kali Linux. Why? Because the commands that are going to be used in Kali Linux are the same as that are going to be used in Parrot operating system. Now, yeah, I know if those two are two different operating systems, how can they be the same? You see, Parrot OS is just another distribution of Kali Linux. It's an open source software or open source operating system that has been developed using Kali Linux. So, and the best part is, we're not going to download operating this Parrot operating system here. We're going to run it on a simple web page. Believe me, on a simple web page. But yeah, then again, let me be very clear. We can learn basics of Parrot OS on the web page, but we can't really go very deep into it. So you better download Kali Linux as soon as possible. But well, let's get into it. Yes, now you must be viewing my screen. This is Hack the Box Academy, where no, the courses aren't free here, but you are awarded 30 free cubes as soon as you sign up on this, and I provided you the link in the description, so it shouldn't be very hard. Now in this, the way it works is, yeah, by the way, the 30 cubes is the currency. You go to modules, go to all modules. Here you will find all the courses that are present on this website. But then again, as I said, it is not free, so you will have to pay around 100 cubes to unlock this whatever XSS this course. You will have to pay 100 cubes for this, but you only have 30, so you may have to purchase cubes here. But the course we are gonna do here is, let me scroll down, yes, Linux Fundamentals. So in this, if you see, you only have to pay 10 cubes for this course, and when you actually successfully complete the complete course, then you are rewarded 10 cubes again. So yes, let's unlock it. Unlock with 10 cubes. Request start. Yeah. So this is everything, but I'm not really gonna read the whole stuff. I'll come here, my workstation. Now let me start the instance. Do it exactly as I'm doing, because that's how it should be done. It's starting, so it might take a little bit of time. Even if it's a web page, it is a complete operating system that works perfectly as far as I have seen. So yeah, I think something's happening. Yes, it started now. All you have to do is click on this thing, interact. You can see my mouse pointer there, interact, and it will just launch a new tab where you will get the whole operating system. Yes, so this is the Parrot OS, which, as I've already said, is very similar to Kali Linux. But then again, let me tell you, see, Parrot operating system is actually in a few ways better than Kali Linux. Even though both of them have been written with Linux, Parrot OS can actually run with as less as 300 MB of RAM, while Kali Linux needs a minimum of 1 GB RAM. You can just compare them for yourself. And even when it comes to storage, Parrot OS only needs like around 15 GB, while Kali Linux, for my own experience, needs 25 to 30 GB on a minimum basis if you want to run it pretty neat. So now click on this icon here. It's opening. It's the terminal we're going to use to run the commands. Yes. So now, I know this seems a little bit hard, so I'll actually do one thing for you. We will compare both GUI and the operating system, the command line of the operating system. Well, this opening, it's a little bit slow. Yeah, here it is, and I'll also open something like anything. It's taking a little bit of time since the GUI takes time to load. But believe me, well, frankly, why is all this coding with command line faster? Because it doesn't take much time to load the software and all. It just returns the values on the command line, and that's faster, obviously. The GUI takes more time. Okay, so this is a graphical user interface, GUI, for those who don't know. So if suppose I'll first introduce a very basic command to you, which is pwd. Pwd stands for print working directory. As I think most of you must be clear with it, tells you where you're standing in the, in your PC. So it returned me an address of home. Yes, I have opened home. Next, now we know what is pwd, where we stand. So how do we know what are the other files or other things that are present in this directory? So for that we use ls, list. So what are present? Desktop, documents, downloads, music, picture, public, templates, videos. So is that exactly of what are present here? Yes. And if you have actually observed, it's faster. It just returned us as soon as we type the command. And how long did it take us to, for this software, for this GUI to come? That's the difference. So now we've seen two commands, pwd and ls. Now, what if you want to change directory? If suppose I want to go see what is inside desktop. How do I do that with the command line? It's very simple. Use cd space the file you want to access. Like I want to see desktop, desktop, desktop. And now, how do I know if I am in desktop? I'll simply again use pwd. Well, we are in the desktop. Now, okay, so what about back? We can simply use back in the GUI. So can we do that here? Let's try that. For back we use a simple command cd space dot dot, which we also call period. So it happened, and let's check if it actually worked. pwd again. Well, we're back at home. So that is how it is. That is how simple a non-graphical user interface, that is our terminal or the command line, could be used as. Now, let's just keep going back. Let's see what happens if we just keep on going back. Now we are at home. Let's go back again. cd space dot dot. pwd. We are in complete home. Now again cd space dot dot. pwd. Now it only returned a slash. It didn't even return home. Why? Because this time we are in the root directory that consists everything in the operating system. So if you actually want to know what's present in this operating system, let me show you. ls. With this command we're going to see what's present in the root directory. Well, there are many things: bin, home, lib32, 64, media, root, and everything. So yeah, I'm pretty sure these commands must have been really interesting, because for the first time I actually learned these, they were like very interesting. I was really very happy for the whole day about learning these commands, and I hope you are as well. So with these commands I'll close the first episode with very basic commands. Believe me, if you think these are easy, and because these are easy, ParetOS is easy, it's not really the case. You will have to still learn a lot in ParetOS, but let's close the second episode with these commands. Do learn them. Yeah, that's the homework. And let's close the episode with this. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and share it to your friends, your college mates who actually want to learn Linux further, because I've been one of them.